judge has been listening. Our Fox News senior judicial analyst. How you doing?
Good, Bill.
Napolitano right there. How do we understand this legally?
I'm not sure what he means when he says special prosecutor. If he means a special prosecutor to reinvestigate Hillary Clinton, the question becomes, can the Justice Department reopen a case that already closed? Answer, yes. That would violate internal Justice Department regulations, but it would not violate the law. He would not need a special prosecutor for that. He could have his own attorney general reopen the investigation and assign a new team of people to examine the same evidence and look at it differently the way the president, if he's president, wants it looked at. On the other hand, if he's talking about a special prosecutor to investigate the investigation, that is a very serious and substantive suggestion, because the investigation was so flawed, it failed to utilize so many tools that are available to the FBI, and it ignored a mountain of evidence of Mrs. Clinton's guilt that everyone, even Democrats, want to know why.
And you've been a big critic of that.
Yes, I have.
And have not backed down. Your opinion clearly has not changed.
Not at all. The evidence of her guilt is overwhelming. It was obviously a policy decision made by the White House not to prosecute her.
President Obama apparently said something like this in a similar fashion as a senator. April 2008, Philadelphia Daily News, quote, "What I would want to do is to have my Justice Department and my Attorney General immediately review the information that's already there. I think that you are right. If crimes have been committed, they should be investigated." This was in reference to war crimes.
Right.
He continues, "I would not want my first term consumed by what was perceived on the part of Republicans as a partisan witch hunt, because I think we've got too many problems we've got to solve."
You know, he doesn't mention George Bush by name. One could argue he was talking about the then sitting president. But presidents rarely investigate their adversaries, and they rarely investigate their predecessors because they don't want to be investigated by their successors. It's a pretty basic rule of thumb.
Do you think this is just talk, then?
I think that the use of the phrase special prosecutor gins up Donald Trump's base, and he may have used it for that reason. As I indicated to you, it's not necessary. I don't know whether or not he knows that. I also know that there's a great many people who feel the way I do, that she got off because her last name is Clinton, and something is wrong with the rule of law when that can happen.
Different question now. If President Trump wins in 28 days, what happens with Hillary Clinton and President Obama in that period between Election Day and Inauguration Day?
I expect that President Obama would pardon her.
Really?
Yes, to avoid this from happening, and obviously he can do that. The pardoning power is absolute. If she's elected, she can pardon herself. That's how absolute the pardoning power is.
So you expect President Obama to pardon Hillary Clinton if she loses on November 8th?
After the statements made by Donald Trump over the weekend, I absolutely do.
Wow. Judge, thank you.
You're welcome, Bill.
With us in studio.
I know.
See you soon.
This is a story that keeps on giving.
It does. Thank you.
And you know this, man.